Welcome to Real Judaism with Rabbi Ari Klapper. Unfiltered wisdom for Jewish life.
Hashem, we're starting here, Perek Beis. The Be'er Midas as the heroes. We're going to talk about now the different levels of growth. The different levels of growth through avodas Hashem. We just finished discussing in the last Perek that the first step in avodas Hashem is knowing what the purpose of life is. Understanding that we're only here in this world for a short span of time, and we have to work in order to get to our real goal. Okay, so now that we're starting to work, what are we working at? What's the first step? So that's what we see here in Perek Beis. We're starting with the first step. What's the first step? Midas Zehirus. Inei, Inyan Zehirus hu she'adam nisar b'maisav binyanov kloimar mitzboinen u'mefakech al maisav bedrock v'atoivim heim im loy. The first thing that a person needs to do, as in order to be careful, person needs to be careful. The first thing you have to do is care about yourself.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. Do people really care about themselves? Unfortunately, a lot of people don't really care enough about themselves, or they don't think hard enough. They don't think enough about their life to realize, wait a second, I'm just hurting myself. Let's take, for example, a person who does something that everybody knows is very harmful. Let's say like smoking. If a person's smoking, then maybe they started smoking at a time they didn't know that it was harmful for their health. So then, okay, I understand a person can become addicted to something that's hurtful, that's harmful for them, and it's very hard to stop, right? A person who tries to quit smoking, he has cravings for nicotine and things like that. It's very, very difficult. But a person knows going in, this is dangerous, this is not healthy, so why am I doing it? Why am I purposely hurting myself? So most of the time, a person will just shut their eyes and shut their ears. I don't see anything. I don't hear anything. Everything's okay. I can do it. It's not a big deal. It's crazy. That means a person hasn't reached the first level of just caring enough about themselves to know this is harmful for me.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with all inyanim mabruchnius. The person has to accomplish in his life. You have to remember, keep your eye on the goal. I'm only here in this world for a short span of time. My point in this world is to build myself up for the next world. Obviously, there are things in this world. That are just for this world too. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to bring a Shekhinah into this world. HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to bring Ruchnius into this world too. And there are certainly inyanim to bring Mimekadeshim Shemayim in this world. But ultimately, each individual's goal is to reach a point where we're earning ourselves for Olam Haba. So the first step is just to care.
Yeah.
You have to care about your life. You have to care about what you're doing. And if you care, it means you're not going to cross the street against the red lights. If you care enough about your life, you're not going to do that. I grew up in Queens. And in Queens, there's a very, very large street. It's not a highway. In some ways, so it's bigger than a highway. It's a street that has like 8 lanes and another like 4 or 5 parking lanes. We're talking about a massive, massive street. It's called Queens Boulevard. Queens Boulevard. There is Northern Boulevard also, but I'm talking about Queens Boulevard. There's a nickname for Queens Boulevard. They call it Death Boulevard. Yeah? Because people who try to cross against the light get hit by cars all the time. Yeah? You have to be absolutely insane to do such a thing. It is such a huge street. Like I said, it's at least 8 lanes, right? Not a highway. No, you have to be really crazy to try to cross over a busy highway. But Queens Boulevard is a busy street. If you try to cross against the light, there's a good chance you'll be killed. So why do people keep doing it? You have to open your eyes. You have to care a little bit about your own life. You care more about your life, or you care about being, 5 seconds earlier to your haircut appointment. What do you care more about? It's about opening your eyes and seeing, hey, wait a second, my life's more important than that. What do we have to do? We have to think about what we're doing. Look at what we're doing. Look at ourselves. What are we doing? Am I doing the right thing or the wrong thing? In order that we don't leave ourselves into losing our souls, chas v'sholom. That we just keep going like a blind man who walks in the dark. Not just you're walking in the dark, you're blind too. It's not just you're blind, you're walking in the dark. What are the two things? He says, Iver ba'afela. If you're blind, who cares if it's dark? And if it's dark, who cares that you're blind? So the two inyanim over here. If you're blind, so you can't see, but you can have other people help you. Somebody can tell you, hey, don't walk over there, it's dangerous, be careful of steps. But if it's dark, then nobody can even help you either. People purposely walk without looking. I don't want to see. Rabbi, don't tell me that it's usher. I don't want to know. There's this idea of mutav yisheh shoyim. Better that you should do it by accident than to do it b'mezid. You should know that is halacha, but it doesn't apply to a lot of things. It doesn't apply to something that's mefurish in the Torah. Something that's mefurish in the Torah. So, like, Rabbi, don't tell me that lashon hara is usher. I'm sorry. Lashon hara is mefurish in the Torah. I have to tell you. I'm going to do it anyway. It doesn't matter. I have to tell you. We can go through all hilchas tochacha right now, but now's not the time. The first step in our journey towards being the person that we're supposed to be, to building ourselves up, is just Pasha, don't close your eyes. Look, see what you're doing. Understand, what am I doing? Am I doing the right thing? Am I doing the wrong thing? And if I'm not sure, because it's a confusing world out there, ask. We have to find honest people around us. Put yourself in a place where there are honest people. It's very difficult to find sometimes. Baruch Hashem, I was zoich in my life at least twice to feel like when I was listening to somebody, this person is an absolutely honest person. They live what they say. They live what they say. They say something and they do it. Twice. When you find somebody like that, then it's a person you can talk to, because they're not just talking the talk, they're walking the walk too. They believe in what they're saying. Not like the guy who is two-faced, says one thing and does something else. We have to start by opening our eyes, and if we have a hard time opening our eyes, asking for help. Okay, we'll stop over here.
Thank you for joining Real Judaism, where we explore Torah's wisdom for real life. Created by J Foundations and produced by Eli Podcast Productions. Find more episodes at realjudaism.org and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.